Okay, hello and welcome back to the Novice Lumberjack. What you just saw right there was the racing action for the 5 cube class at Grant and Eric's at a private get-together. Congratulations to Grant. He was first place. Kenny was second place, I think. No, Kenny was third. Second place went to Ethan. Yeah. Grant, Ethan, and Kenny. And the saws that they were running, Grant was on a 500i. I believe that was ported by Charlie Briscoe. Ethan was running his Dolmar 7900, which was ported by him. And Kenny was on what looked to be a 372 XP. And if I know what's going on, I believe that was ported by Grant. Anyways, that's Grant's saw. Kenny usually comes and shows up and runs just Grant and Eric's or Eric's saws. So, but mostly Grant's, I believe. But yeah, he's a buddy, and he shows up and he doesn't have any saws. And I was the same way. Whenever I showed up, I only had my Red Max. So they pitched in. Thank you guys. Anyways, that's just the way it is. Whenever you got a friend coming over and they want to race, but they don't have their saws. So anyways, let's talk about the elephant not in the room. This is the third racing class that I've done from this little get together, and there are, I believe, 13 different racers. Even though Nate, his arm was messed up and was in a sling, and so that's why you see Grant running twice in every class, because he's going ahead and he's just getting the practice in, and he's running Nate's saws to see what they'll do, how they'll perform. Yeah, let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 12, because in this class right here, Eric did not run. He couldn't get his saw to fire up and run. So out of 12 people that are running, right, this one, if Eric had gotten his to run, would have made 3 steel chainsaws. The rest were something else. In the 50cc class, there were 0 steel chainsaws. In the 65cc class, there was only 1 steel chainsaw. And in this one, there was 3. So with 12 in 3 races, that's 36. So out of 36 different saws that have been running so far in this race, only 4 of them are steel. So I plan to do a video of that in the future. At this point, I've been to a good amount of races. I've probably been to 20 different chainsaw races, roughly. And steel is not represented very well at all at the races. And why is that? I mean, this is not in any way a bash towards steel. It's just you don't see them there. So anyways, I want to do a video talking about the why you don't see steel at races, because you don't. And I know that it's going to be regionally different, like out west. You'll probably see a lot more because that's what those guys run. And as the classes got bigger, right? 50, we were at 0 steel. 65, we was at 1 steel. 81cc, we were at, should have been 3 if Eric had ran. It would have been 3 steels. So as the saws get bigger, steel has a larger presence. But anyways, we'll save that for an actual other video on my thoughts of why you don't see steel in at competitions. And yet they have the biggest timber sports event there is. It's like, it's silly, but they do. And I'm telling you, if Steel Timber Sports would allow other manufacturers to compete, they'd lose every fucking time. But no, whenever at the Steel Timber Sports events, you're only allowed to run steel chainsaws, and they're stock. It's just a stock saw is really the only one besides the actual hot saw event. So anyways, whatever. Who cares? I don't care. All I know is have fun racing these things, and I like steel chainsaws. What I don't like is the brainwashing that has happened in the United States, where people think that you do not have a professional chainsaw unless you have a steel. And that bugs me. I'm like, what? No. It's just like that. That's just not even the case. And it gets under my skin a little bit. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the races. And next up is the 6 cube or 100cc class.